I'm a film club reporter, and today I'm interviewing Ron Fricke and Mark Magidson right here about the film that they've just released, stunning documentary Samsara. Right then, so what got you into documentary making?
I don't know, documentaries are just a wonderful way to look at the world and learn things about the world.
So was there like any documentary that inspired you?
Well, years ago I worked on a project called Koyaanisqatsi, which was a non-verbal project, and got me really interested in making more films of that type.
So why did you decide not to include any dialogue?
That's a good question, Mark.
We are trying to create an experience that's not about information as you would get in some documentaries, so it's a little different kind of a documentary. It's about imagery that's nonfiction, it's reality, but within it is a feeling that we hope to pass on to the audience, you know, through the way we've edited and put music to the material and structured the film, but in a way that is about feelings more than information.
Music's, well, very important in the film. Did you start doing the, did you start planning it first, or did you do the filming first, or how did you approach this?
Well, actually on this project we went out and shot all the countries, nearly 25 of them, and brought all the material back to the editing room, and we cut the film with no sound effects or music, and we built the film with little blocks of information, content, and then we'd rearrange the blocks until we found the film, the order, and then we brought in the composers.
Well, the documentary took 5 years to make, so how many hours of film did you have, and how long did it take to edit?
Well, we have about 20 hours of film, and we spent about a year, a little more than a year on the editing, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that there's not a script, as Ron was saying. We're structuring the imagery in a way that visually flows, and finding that structure is, you know, took a little time.
So was it actually quite hard to keep going then?
We knew once we had the idea for the opening of the film and the ending of the film, we were in really good shape. And it's very hard to open and close a film, but we had a good idea, and we went out and filmed it. And it worked really well, so that gave us a lot of inspiration to hang in there for all that time.
What was actually the most breathtaking sight that you actually witnessed during the making of the film? You
know, when you're out there for actually 3.5 years of filming on location in 25 countries, you see a lot of things, and I think what stands out probably is we had a hot air balloon ride in Burma over this field of temples that was just spectacular. And we got very lucky with the weather and had a perfect couple of days, and those are the kind of highlights that you remember.
Was it actually quite hard to get a distributor for the film if you're up against all these Hollywood blockbusters?
There's a bit of that, yeah. We fortunately had a track record with the previous film we had done, Baraka, and so it was a little easier. So
it gets like easier as you go?
Well, I think the film has to be good. You know, it's got to stand up, and we worked very hard to make sure that it was, you know, we felt good about it, and you know, we're able to get distribution in most of the world.
Do you think it's important for kids to watch documentaries, and are there any documentaries that you'd recommend for young children?
Well, I think you can learn a lot about the world through documentaries. That's just a wonderful source right now. And there's some wonderful documentary filmmakers out making films around the world.
Well, Ron, Mark, it's been great speaking to you both.
Thank you, Matt.
I've seen Baraka, and I'm really looking forward to when Samsara comes out.